Welcome to the new video, everyone. So hope you are doing great in your life. Okay, so most of you must be aware of this dashboard, right? We have done this as a part of our first project, which was about creating a form, right? Lakshadweep booking resort form. So I will just add that video card over here on the top video link. So anyone who is watching this video for the first time, they can check this. But yeah, nothing to do with this that video. You can still continue watching this if you are watching for the first time. No issues. Cool. So what we are going to do, some cool stuff I just designed, maybe that you can implement in your project that you are doing right now. So basically, this is the admin dashboard. So everything like whatever the dashboard you might build. So what you want to do, like let's suppose you want to refresh this dashboard. What you do ideally is like you just click on the refresh button and see that refreshed data, right? Maybe if something is added from the user side, then we need to manually refresh it to see that new data. But what if we can build a logic that will auto refresh this maybe after 10 seconds or 30 seconds, right? So let's build that. So let me create that logic here only. But before that, let me just put all those things we need, or like the existing logic of this dashboard, into one field group. Cool. So we have just updated all those things into this field group. Now let's do one thing, like we will use a timer component. Okay, so in UNQORK we have a timer component there, which is like we can set the time duration and it will do a certain activity once that time comes. Okay, so let's do, maybe we want to trigger after 10 seconds. Okay, we want to trigger that thing, that refresh, auto refresh of a dashboard after 10 seconds. So let's do that. So let it put be 10 seconds here. Okay, let me just add a label. Anyways, we are going to hide that label, but just for the sake of our configuration, let's do that. Okay, then what we will do is after 10 seconds, what we need to do is we need to trigger this plugin, which is plug get dashboard data. What is this use? What is the use of this plugin? Is it will just get all the submissions from the database, right? As simple as that. So let's put that plug get dashboard data. Okay, then what we are going to do is we want something which will reset this timer, right? So once timer is done, so if 10 seconds are done, we want to trigger that plugin which will get us all the data, and after that we want to again reset this to 0 or maybe to 10. So it will again wait, do that timer thing for 10 seconds, and post that again that get call will get trigger. And this activity is something infinite. It will go on till we manually stop it, right? So something like that. So every 10 seconds the dashboard will get refreshed. So let's do one thing. Let's add a decision component here. Okay, where is that? Yeah, so here in this decision component we will write a logic to reset that timer. Here I will write rule reset timer. Cool. Okay, so let me save this. I'm just creating that, or like getting all those components which we will need. So in the rule, we'll write the rule. Yeah, so what we need to do is in this output, sorry, in this output, we want to work with, we want to tweak the output of timer, right? So here we'll put the property ID as timer, and here we will put the type as duration. Okay, and how to do that? How to set that duration? Because once that 10 seconds are done, then the timer is set to 0, right? It is no longer running, but we again want to make it to 10. So in that case, we can use this formula movement movement, and this is a function, right? This is a JavaScript function that we use to get the time, right? And here we will use this format, in which format we want to set that time. So in case of uh, timer, we need to make it in such a way which is like this. Let me put it in single quotes. 10 into x. Cool. So what this is going to do, it is again going to reset that to 1, sorry, to 10, right? Right. So let me save this. We are done with creating this logic to reset that, right? So now we need to set this logic in a proper sequence. So what we are going to do is, so this init onload will get triggered once we land on that page, right, as a new submission. So once that is done, we are triggering this plug get dashboard data. Cool. So this first thing, like to get that data, is done. So now what we are going to do, once this plug get dashboard data is done with execution, we are going to trigger this, right? We are going to trigger this rule, which is of rule which reset timer, right? So that we are going to put it here. So now let's put it here. Okay, so let's put this timer also here. Let's save this. Let's fix one thing. I think I have not added this closing bracket, so I think that might get filled in further. So yeah, just fixing this formula by adding this bracket, closing bracket. So I think we are pretty good now. So what will happen, like once this init is loaded, uh, this will trigger this timer as well, right? As soon as we load, not with the init, but just the default behavior of timer to get start as soon as the page loads. So once that is done, then it is going to trigger this rule, right? Oh, sorry, not this rule is we are, it is going to trigger this plug get dashboard data. So once this plug get dashboard data is executed, it is going to execute this rule reset timer, right? Which is like going to reset it to again 10 seconds. And once that 10 seconds resetting is done, it will again wait for that 10 seconds, and then this timer will again trigger this plug get dashboard data, and this loop will go on, right? So let's try it out. So I'm previewing it, so I'm just putting this. I haven't hide that label of that timer, so we can see that. So eventually we will hide that thing. So once 2 1 0, right? So here if you see this rule got triggered, and I mean this first thing is like it triggered this dashboard and then it triggered that rule, right? So now if you see, so every 10 seconds here I'm opening the network tab. So every 10 seconds, once this time ends, it will run that logic to execute that, and this further plugin again reset that to 10. So here if you see, right? So here this is getting triggered. So every 10 seconds our dashboard is getting refreshed and we are getting the latest data over here, right? Without any manual refresh thing. And don't need to bother about if this data is latest or not, because we are going to get the latest data with this refresh feature. So now let me just hide this label, hide label and hide timer. So these things would still work, but these things will not appear on our dashboard. So this all thing will work in a backend. So let's wait for 10 seconds. Cool. So yeah, after 10 seconds, this again got triggered, and at the back end, it might have again resetted those things. So I think that's it from this video. Hope you have liked this small use case or a POC kind of thing. So if you are having any ideas which I should post or upload, just comment on the video. So the next video I will make on that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and also like this video and share this with the relevant group if they are interested to know such things. Thank you.